Hello everyone, we're going to cover Bughouse World Championship in the open section. And our match tonight, or our match this morning is 1800 strength and abykhovsky versus eekarf and EgoSmasherr. Abykhovsky was partnered to Miss Fairy Queen, and they made it to the top 8. However, Miss Fairy Queen's account was closed, supposedly for a fair play violation. Abykhovsky was permitted to. Oh, that's weird. Okay, Abykhovsky was permitted to get a replacement partner in 1800 strength. Looks like eekarf and EgoSmasherr are warming up with a bullet game. I don't know if this. Yeah, I guess you can mostly see it on my screen here. I don't know why they're playing bullet. It's pretty weird, but it should be over soon enough. And then we will get to the main event. Maybe they're just getting their speed ready. These guys are fairly similar rating in bullet. Anyway, when we get to the match itself, I'm just going to X out of this actually. So when we get to the match itself, eekarf and EgoSmasherr both have decades of Bughouse experience. eekarf may be a little bit rusty, but they both have played a lot of Bughouse over the years. 1800 strength is relatively new to the game, as is abykhovsky. I think 1800 strength has been playing maybe 2 or 3 years. Abykhovsky even less, probably a year, has been playing Bughouse. But abykhovsky is a grandmaster at chess, and 1800 strength is a FIDE master. So their chess knowledge will serve them well. In addition, 1800 strength is very good at Crazy House. He was in the candidates tournament for the Crazy House World Championship earlier this year, and he's one of the organizers of this event. I believe the organizers have capped the prize pool that can potentially be won. Let me make sure I'm following this correctly. So hold on. Chess.com sometimes does weird things. Okay, already following. I think they've capped the prize pool of the abykhovsky team because of Miss Fairy Queen's account being closed. I'm not certain of that though. So we are in the top 8. Going from the top 8 to the top 4 is going to be double elimination. So even if one of the teams loses this match, they are not eliminated by the tournament from the tournament. They will have another match for a chance to stay in the tournament. I'm not sure what is taking so long here. I don't know why the match hasn't started yet. I'm gonna check to see who's playing variants. We could watch a random Bughouse game while we wait, but really, I'm not sure why they haven't started. All 4 players are clearly online. Anyway, this match will be first to 16 with a win by 2 condition, and it will be played at a 2-minute time control. Spine Cruncher, the match has not started yet, but all 4 players are online. Until a few minutes ago, like 3 or 4 minutes ago, 1800 strength and abykhovsky were warming up playing Bughouse in the random pool. eekarf and EgoSmasherr were playing bullet against each other to warm up. I don't know why the match hasn't started yet, but all 4 players are online. It's possible. I'm gonna throw out a guess as to why it hasn't started, but I'm not sure about this. Oh wait, never mind. Looks like it is starting right now. I was gonna say it's possible that one of the players had blocked another player. Okay, so that first abort will not count, of course. And this is the first game of the match. So EgoSmasherr is using this bishop to guard f7. Also has created a bishop battery for the future. He has given up his queen. Looks like eekarf is losing his queen as well. This is not looking great for the eekarf team. EgoSmasherr is surprisingly safe. eekarf is somewhat vulnerable and doesn't really have an attack on abykhovsky. eekarf only has knights in hand. He's now down 15 seconds, which is a problem. Queen at h8 was okay. Yeah, pawn check is mate, and they're up 15 seconds. Sorry, up 10 seconds, which is more than enough. So scores now 1-0, favoring 1800 strength and abykhovsky. We're gonna have to watch the clocks because time may be a persistent problem. eekarf is on the slower side. Abykhovsky and 1800 strength are both very fast. EgoSmasherr is pretty fast as well. eekarf definitely likes to attack. So for sure he will try to attack. EgoSmasherr has a bunch of different gears. He can play very fast when he needs to. He can attack when he needs to. He can defend when he needs to. So I think part of this match will be determined by playing to eekarf's strengths, which means trade in sufficient material that eekarf can be attacking as much as he wants to. And I think this game is a good example of that. eekarf had a bunch of material, should be able to keep attacking. Like what more could he want in his hand there? So this is about the best they could hope for. Meanwhile, EgoSmasherr needs to keep finding moves. If they get too far down time, they're just going to get chessed. And if abykhovsky can stay safe, then his team will do well. This is dangerous. Knight in is a threat. Right now the bishop controls the dark squares. But knight in followed by another knight for f5. Could be mate in for abykhovsky. Oh, even this knight can come down. I'm sorry. So he doesn't need another knight. This knight at e6 would mate. Because if king goes over, queen in. So eekarf really needs to defend. Does not have a way to attack. That just hangs a knight. So that was a win for Abykhovsky. The score is now 2-0, favoring 1800 strength and abykhovsky. There was a previous match we saw where EgoSmasherr and eekarf were behind by a lot of games and then came back to win the match. So they're definitely capable of winning even if they're at a huge deficit. EgoSmasherr has a decent attack here. Maybe rook at h8. Yeah. 1800 strength going all in on his attack. Meantime, eekarf is attacking as well. Rook in looks fairly good. King up. I don't know why he played rook takes there. That's a mistake. So eekarf should have mate here with queen check, knight mate. This is discarded by the bishop. In the meantime, can EgoSmasherr survive? What is 1800 strength's threat? I think all the key squares. Or oh wait, okay, so he's in check. Oh, the threat is mate in one. That's a pretty good threat. Rook in. Yeah, so 1800 strength is gonna win this. Rook mate, covered by the knight. Even though eekarf has... Okay, well, he had mate in 3 on the board, but now he has a rook in hand, so he just has mate in 1. So it's mate in 1 on both boards, and they're both rook mates. So I guess they're gonna sit it down. The win for abykhovsky by 0.2 seconds. I like this move. Defends, also controls some squares. Abykhovsky is attacking the light squares. Not sure if he should have taken that. Maybe he should have gone over, but it's a tough situation. Abykhovsky is up about 3 seconds. He's going to be able to get more material for his attack. Bishop check. Seems logical. So we could potentially castle and then get rooks involved. But he's up about 6 seconds, maybe 7 seconds. So I think he's going to wait for more material. Knight in. Push pawn. Oh, new bishop in, even better. Bishop down is mate. That's mate 2. Hey, Kim Dim. Thanks for watching. Oh, king moved, couldn't castle. My bad. So Abykhovsky has attacked the castle king. EgoSmasherr gonna try to hold the queen. 1800 strength, exploiting the fact that EgoSmasherr can't give a queen even though he might want to. Be better for his position to trade the queens. He's got to keep his partner alive. So, yeah, I assume Abykhovsky's going to sack here. This is a weird move. I guess he wanted to threaten like a discovered check. Or maybe he wanted to take something for his partner. eekarf is on the attack. Maybe just take this, take the knight. I would take the knight so this other knight can come in. Seems fairly safe. So calm. It's easy to be calm when you're not the one playing. If I'm sure these guys are far from calm. So EgoSmasherr, I like a bit of material. Knight check could be good. Okay. At least he's picked up a queen. I think take this bishop. And if bishop takes, then he could take back. He's done it. Might see a check here, but I don't think it does anything. Okay, new knight in. Looks good. Okay. All seems reasonable too. This is a fun move. I think he has to take with queen. This is going to come down to a flag battle. Okay, that was pretty close. Again, of these 4 players, I think eekarf is the slowest. EgoSmasherr is fairly fast, but I don't think he's fast enough to make up in general for eekarf's lack of speed. And Bukowski is going after the dark squares. eekarf going after the light squares. eekarf has picked up a queen. This queen is a decent defender. I guess you can't take because of the pin right now. Maybe knight check to deflect the queen, then take. I don't know. This is a pretty big threat, though. I think eekarf's in trouble. Oh, that's interesting. Rook in. Seems like a decent way to get initiative. I think queen takes was reasonable, though. I guess... Oh, the idea is after queen takes, you have knight check. That's pretty smart. So eekarf wants another pawn. pawn is extremely good. Pawn check. If queen takes, you have knight check. King is forced left, and then knight takes queen. This is what eekarf is really good at, is finding ways to attack, keep an initiative. Unfortunately for him, 1800 strength is up 1 or 2 seconds. Queen trade is forced. Oh, wow. Okay. That was unexpected. He made it work. Our score right now is 5-1. Favoring abykhovsky and 1800 strength. Who is eekarf? Eekarf is a bughouse player from the USA. He's lived in Israel for a time too. He's from New York City. And he's been playing for many, many years. If you could get a knight, knight takes h2 would be a thing. Because if rook takes, then you have new knight in, king over, pawn mates. So knight plus pawn would mate for eekarf, but he is down time. So instead, yeah, he's going to trade the bishops. Oh, I thought he would retreat the knight, but okay, he's going to use the knight to get the rook file. Might just sack. Hmm. 1800 strength is getting attacked here, but EgoSmasher's had to retreat his queen. Queen trade offered by abykhovsky. He's taken the rook instead, which is generally a good idea. It's better to have a piece than trade a piece, and also it makes this ongoing threat on f7. Bishop check, I guess. Coming in on the dark squares. So I guess a pawn would be good. Gonna go knight back and forth, I guess, maybe. Okay, the queen guards the bishop. Oh, I guess he takes that. I don't like that decision. I think he should have saved his bishop by taking the knight. It would have helped guard and also left another piece for attack. Not sure why eekarf sacked the queen there. I don't think it led to mate on his board. He mated his partner. eekarf does still play, but much less than he used to. I think he's gotten busy with real life. But when he was in university, he played Bughouse all the time. So I've met eekarf in New York City. We had a bug gathering there where John Lee Crazy House showed up. He came to a Florida gathering. He's played at the World Open. He stayed at my house for one of the World Opens. I think the same World Open that EgoSmasherr stayed at my house. I think they were both at my house at the same time. Oh, I'm sorry. Score update is 6-1. 6-1 favoring abykhovsky and 1800 strength. And I've also hung out with eekarf at the Berlin tournament. He went to Berlin at least 1 year where he partnered Caspi wins, or Caspi Israel. and they won the tournament that year. So Abykhovsky's team is up about 10 seconds, and Abykhovsky is also on the attack. He's doing it with initiative. Takes... Oh, okay. I thought he would take the queen, but this is reasonable too. So knight is good for 1800 strength. New knight at h3. Otherwise, he's deciding whether to take the queen. I guess he's going to wait to deprive eekarf of a knight temporarily. Okay, there's the knight he wanted rook in his mate. Our score right now is 7-1, favoring Abykhovsky and 1800 strength. This match is first to 16 with a win by 2 condition. Abykhovsky is on the attack. Again, I think eekarf, EgoSmasherr do best when eekarf is attacking. EgoSmasherr has quite a good position though. Knight is very good for EgoSmasherr, but he's going to retreat. And I think EgoSmasherr's attack is going to evaporate now. Abykhovsky trading queens. Now a knight is very good for eekarf. Eekarf is downtime. Oh, he can't play queen takes knight because of queen at e2. Even though the knight would be very good for his partner. eekarf is going to need to calculate with the pieces already in hand. And I think he has to keep attacking. If he ever lets go of check, then new knight at h6 is pretty devastating. Especially with this rook file. (1800) strength is fairly safe. eekarf is getting an attack though. This does look pretty good for eekarf. On the other hand, can EgoSmasherr survive for 7 seconds? Down 2 queens. Probably not. Queen at h1 is checkmate in 1. It looks impossible to stop. Play king up. That's about his only decision. That's a win for Abykhovsky and 1800 strength, who are now lead-in by a score of 8-1. So EgoSmasherr already down about 10 seconds relative to Abykhovsky. And again, the persistent problem of this match is going to be eekarf's speed. eekarf always looking to attack. But it's hard to attack when you're persistently down 10 or 15 seconds. Time is now fairly close, about 2 seconds difference. But Abykhovsky has liquidated eekarf's attack during that time. Probably gonna win more pieces here. Meantime, EgoSmasherr is deciding whether to trade queens. Maybe he plays pawnette. Knight check. Quite good for him. I could play pawn check. Maybe pawn check, then knight in. Interesting. A lot of creative moves by EgoSmasherr, and that one worked. So that, honestly, I think at the end it was a blunder by his opponent walking into that mate. Richard the Liger says, EgoSmasherr and eekarf are both sexted in way too much. Yeah, and they definitely need to play faster. I think it's the sit-in that has hurted them more than the sack-in, but both are hurting them for sure. In general, EgoSmasherr has a bunch of different gears. He can play with or without sack-in, but eekarf is like a sack-in specialist. eekarf really needs to be attacking. EgoSmasherr already down about 12 seconds relative to abykhovsky. So something's going to have to give here. Knight check is a threat. Even just pawn push. 1800 strength can make a bunch of developing moves. And you could just wait for material. Queen trade has happened. eekarf looking for an attack. And I think he's not quite found it. Oh, why not bishop takes? That was an odd life choice. I assume new knight in. What's going to happen? And now even a pawn is good for eekarf, but he's not going to get it because he's down time. So 1800 strength can and will sit. And partner abykhovsky is just going to win. Even to move this bishop. Our score right now is 9-2. Favoring abykhovsky and 1800 strength. I like how 1800 strength marched this pawn up. Made use of an existing resource. I assume he wants new knight in, win the queen. Okay, so now pawn plus knight mates. Okay, he's just going to push the pawn. This defends and attacks. I like it. Maybe lift the rook. And lift the queen. Okay, he's doing a battery. Okay, knight mates for abykhovsky. Oh, maybe not. Maybe knight doesn't mate. Rook check, take, queen takes. Oh, no, it doesn't mate. We could look at... Okay, he's just gonna win the queen. So Abykhovsky would like... What does he want? I guess a knight to attack. He is up 6 seconds. EgoSmasherr probably calculating out some mates. Does new knight in work? Or can he just come up? Knight is very good. He's just going to take the rook. That is a mate by eekarf, though. I guess he took the rook for his partner. Our score is now 9-3, favoring Abykhovsky and 1800 strength. eekarf is already down 5 seconds, but 1800 strength had a weak king, and eekarf seems to be on the attack. This is a nice move, though, to attack this, attack the knight. Or if it's just going to castle. He can't take this or there's a smothered mate. So this pawn move is nice by abykhovsky. eekarf probably considering sacking his queen. I don't think there's anything to that though. Wait, actually smothered mate doesn't work. I'm sorry. Bishop covers. I'm dumb. He can take the pawn. So eekarf, I'm sure, is planning out a series of moves. Okay, never mind. He's planning to resign. Our score is now 10-3, favoring abykhovsky and 1800 strength. $1,800 strength is on the attack. Rooks or queens are good for him, but he's going to continue making moves. Cycle that knight around, where it can actually do something useful. $1,800 strength is really sacking a bunch here, but it's and he's only up 1 second, so he's probably not going to get more material. EgoSmasherr's doing a reasonable job defending so far. This is like a free pawn, probably, so you can't really take back either way. Ooh, that rook is going to be helpful, though. Like knight check, knight takes, rook in. It's interesting. Maybe just sack the queen even. Queen takes knight could be interesting. Although you might see another queen sack in response. So does this do anything? Probably not. Well, now it does. Oh, maybe it did before, because you couldn't take back or knight takes queen. Yeah, you probably should have taken f2 before. 1800 strength is up about 4 seconds. And a rook plus pawn mates for him. Knight's fairly good. eekarf gets the mate. eekarf on attack is pretty deadly. So our score right now is 10-4, favoring Abykhovsky and 1800 strength. I'm sure abykhovsky wants to sack this knight if he can dislodge this one. eekarf wants to come in. Abykhovsky is having none of it. Time is fairly close here. Both teams are doing a good job staying. Oh, and now eekarf is pulling behind. 1800 strike now. 5 seconds up. $1,800 strength picks up some free pieces. eekarf probably wants to come in. Not sure what the best way to do that is, though. We'll find a way in at some point. 1800 strike now with about 6 seconds. And he's going to stall. Put eekarf to a decision. Why can't this just be taken? What am I missing? Maybe it was going to be a sack. Not sure. But it seems free. $1,800 strength on attack. This has become a flag battle. Wow. eekarf and EgoSmasherr have won a flag battle. I didn't think I would see a day where that happened. Our score right now is 10-5, favoring abykhovsky and 1800 strength. Hey, Hunter Cross Hunter. Thanks for watching. EgoSmasherr on the attack. Knights are good. Gonna try to use his own knight. Doing a pretty good job attacking with very little material, though I would have taken the rook first. It's a pretty nice maiden net. Maybe rook in to trade them. You could drop a rook in, or you could just drop a pawn to threaten promotion. Okay, he's trying to do things with initiative. If king up, there's knight check. Interesting. If it takes the knight, he can go up here. takes here. I think he still plays queen up. Let's check. Oh, okay. Rook in his mate. Unfortunately, well, I was going to say eekarf needs to live for a few seconds here, but eekarf is actually attacking. Okay, this seems like the obvious check. Maybe not so obvious. So what if he gets down here? How do you check him? This square is guarded at least. eekarf is trying his best to live. And eekarf runs out of time. Very interesting game. So looks like eekarf needed like one pawn to mate, and his partner actually found a mate. Our score, by the way, is 11-5, favoring Abykhovsky and 1800 strength. EgoSmasherr is allowed a sack that I don't think he should have. And when you don't take the sack, then it's not even a sack. It's just free material. eekarf has been given up. Sorry, EgoSmasherr has given up quite a bit of free material. I assume 1800 strike is going to continue to take this pawn every time it's free. This is a real threat. So I think pawn at g5, something like that. Probably best. Okay, he's putting something on g3 instead. That does cramp his position a little, but now he's fine. eekarf has run out of material and is getting attacked. I don't think he can live through this. Seems like easy mate for abykhovsky. Even just rook up. Not sure what he's waiting for. He finds it. Sorry, did I say rook up? I meant queen up. Okay, our score is now 12-5, favoring abykhovsky in 1800 strength. Time is fairly close. eekarf has the rook file. Rook mates. Partner can't get a rook though. They're gonna have to find something else to do. Maybe knight out, since he can't take due to the queen pin. I mean, knight c4 at least seems like it's making progress. What are some other options? Even this. Well, no. Actually, I guess if he goes here, that undefends. I don't know. You could just bring this knight back. eekarf is now down 10 seconds. So he's going to need to find something to do. EgoSmasherr surprisingly safe after all this. Oh, he's less safe. And giving up a queen. But eekarf is on the attack, which is what he likes to be doing. Not enough time though. Time was fairly close, not close enough though. The 2-second lag with 2 seconds left on the clock. My score is now 13-5, favoring abykhovsky and 1800 strength. abykhovsky has put in the chat time. Oh, okay. So 1800 strength didn't move for 20 seconds. I guess he was disconnected or something. So now they're starting off with a 10-second deficit. On the other hand, they're up 13-5, so they could afford to lose a game or something like this. EgoSmasherr probably hoping to sack. I'm sure 1800 strength will defend that. Pressure being put on g7. Maybe rook over. Oh, another form of pressure. Double check. Now pawn is very good. Pawn here is also an option, but both places look good. And they've resigned. My score right now is 13-6, favoring 1800 strength and abykhovsky. Reminder, this is first to 16 with a win by 2 condition. This is an interesting move. If takes, rook file, bearing down at you. Also starting in pawn takes. I assume you take this, drop another pawn in. So abykhovsky has very nice attack. A little bit adventurous of eekarf, but abykhovsky doesn't currently have diagonals in hand. I'm looking at some weird moves like queen in, but I don't think it works. He's probably looking at 2. If pawn takes, new pawn in, and where does he go? Up. I think he's safe, so I don't think there's anything there. He's using the queen for defensive purposes. Finally eekarf is on the attack. Eekarf on the attack is very dangerous. Oh, that's even nicer. Then the queen can come in. This is going to be mate. Pawn check. Knight here is mate. Nice job by eekarf. My score right now is 13-7. Hey VD Slab. Yeah, glad to do it. It's nice to see so many people interested in Buckhouse. Time is fairly even. Abykhovsky is trying to attack eekarf's castle king. eekarf probably wants a bishop in an ideal world. Oh, he's using the knights. Seems clever. Bishop guards here, so he can't just take. If he takes the rook, rook in looks scary. Wow, he's giving that up? Why? Did his partner want to pawn that much? Maybe so. eekarf is sacking his queen for defense purposes. Taking over. Oh, and he wins it back. eekarf doesn't really have any pieces to attack though. And he could take this, but both leave him very vulnerable. That's just a free piece. And that's a mate threat. Bishop check and then rook in is pretty good. 1800 strength up about 2 seconds. eekarf trying to get this going. Oh, I guess that's defended. Never mind. Rook in. Oh, now rook in. You can take this. Maybe. Oh, he has 2 rooks. I think eekarf can mate here. Rook at e6. What's he waiting for? eekarf, come on, you have mate. Rook takes rook. Rook guards. Queen in, I guess. Okay. I guess he didn't quite have enough for mate. It was pretty close though. My score right now is 14-7, favoring the abykhovsky team. Time is still fairly close. eekarf, as always, looking to attack. EgoSmasherr has some problems. Rook would be a big problem. If his partner can hold a rook, then I think he's fine. Abykhovsky probably looking to win this rook. 1800 strength up about 2 seconds. Gonna wait for the rook. Oh, he's going up. Interesting. That's mate for eekarf. eekarf, you have a rook. Can someone tell eekarf about the rook? Oh, my bad. Bishop covered. I'm blind. So that was not mate. He needs another rook. And he is down 8 seconds. So I think eekarf is going to die here. Queen at h1 is a threat. If king takes, there's queen in, queen takes, or even pawn takes with double check. Okay. Our score right now is 15-7. Favoring abykhovsky in 1800 strength. This is match point. It is first to 16 with a win by 2 condition. eekarf wants more material for the diagonals. Or he wants a knight now. Knight or bishop is good for eekarf. But he doesn't get it. I guess he's planning on taking this bishop. Okay, bishop at f3. I think f3 was better, but okay. On check. eekarf is down 8 seconds. He would like some material. $1,800 strength might need to lose his queen eventually. abykhovsky looking to consolidate. Bishop takes, then queen takes probably. So you could ignore it and just drop pawns and keep checking. I think he'll try to liquidate though. It'd be fun to see an anti-pre move. Like queen here, bishop takes, queen takes. That seems matish. They've resigned it. That's GG's. Final score is 16-7. Favoring 1800 strength and abykhovsky. However, we are in the final 8, going down to the final 4 by double elimination. So eekarf and EgoSmasherr have not been eliminated from the tournament. They now need to win their next 2 matches to stay in the tournament. 1800 strength and abykhovsky have to win 1 out of their next 2 matches to stay in the tournament. So thanks to all the players for putting on a good show for us. I'm gonna look to find someone to raid. Anyone has any suggestions, let me know. We're gonna check the chess category if we recognize anyone. Okay, there's someone named Cobra Chess who apparently just made affiliate. So we can give him a raid, send him a few viewers. He's not streaming variants or anything, but that's okay. Another chess raid. Thanks everyone for watching, I really appreciate it. As far as I know, there are no matches on the calendar coming up. This wraps up this week of play, and people still need to schedule for next week. So this coming week will be Final Four in the under 2000 section, and it will be the second of 3 matches in double elimination from 8 to 4 in the open section. Thanks everyone for watching, I really appreciate it. If you haven't followed yet, appreciate a follow so you get notified of my future streams. And I hope to see you all future stream. Mostly stream Bughouse, which is this. We also do some 4-player chess, Puzzle Rush, Puzzle Battle, other variety games. When you get to Cobra Chess's stream, let him know where you came from. Maybe drop a follow and tell him you love chess variants. Bye everyone.